Hello everybody, it's Tracy here from My Spiritual Shoes. How are you going? We are in a different location. I am house sitting. It's Thursday and I've been here for 1, 2, 3. This will be the 4th night. Oh, 5th night I've been out here so far. And I've got another 3 nights here. So it's just been an awesome break to be here house sitting and just chilling out. So what I'm going to be talking about, I've got peppermint tea, and we're going to have a sip of tea. Got the oil burner happening. If you hear any scratching or little click-clacking in the background, that is the little monster that I shouldn't really call her that, but yeah, it's a little poochie that I'm taking care of, as well as other little animals as well. So it's a beautiful area that I'm in, and so when I was sort of thinking about what to bring, I had to sort of condense down. I actually did quite well, I thought. I was quite proud of myself of what I was going to bring. And you know, the weather's getting warmer and we've had these beautiful days of like about 19, 20 degrees. And yeah, I think we only had rain for like half an hour yesterday. Still a bit chilly in the mornings, but you know, it just turns into these absolutely gorgeous days. So I sort of thought I need to bring some tarot decks, obviously. And what am I going to bring? So, I brought the Wild Unknown. I've still got this deck. It's really crazy. Like, I think the last school holidays was when I realised, so if you don't know what the Wild Unknown is, this is the Wild Unknown. This is my version, the trimmed version. I still have this deck, even though I've got a card missing, and I've actually forgotten what card it is now. I can't remember. But I still use it. I love it. So yeah, I trimmed it and I still use it. So I bought the Wild Unknown. Also bought this lovely one that I haven't used in a while, I Am Power deck. Freaking love this deck. It really, I like using this deck as like a layering of these powerful sort of messages that sort of come through. And, you know, you can use these as your chakra kind of readings as well. I mean, that's absolutely gorgeous. You know, it's just really beautiful, stunning colours, vibrant. You know, you can see the chakras and the blending of it. It's really cool. And obviously it's from America, so it'll be different spelling as well, but that's okay. It's always a nice little one to use because it's a small deck to bring. I also brought the Deviant Moon, which I haven't really sort of been playing with in a while. And I thought, yep, you can come with. This is one of my favourite cards. 6 of Cups. It's just a really nice space to, you know, if you are going away, to sort of reconnect with certain decks that you haven't hung out with for a while, because you're in a different environment. I think that sort of, well, to me, that sort of helps me reconnect with certain decks and spend time with them. The other deck that I brought is the I'm just thinking about when I brought all my stuff. Is the New Era Elements Tarot. This is probably one of my favourite cards. The 4 of Cups. They're so cute. So cute. Yeah, so I love actually blending this one and the Deviant Moon together. So I've done a few readings and I've just realised that I haven't done a full moon reading, even though I've written down the spread and everything. But I've just been busy working as well, so I picked up some work over the last couple of days, so I've just been really busy. Yeah, the other one that I brought, so I brought 1, 2, 3 tarot decks, and I brought this one, which is the Healing with Fairies Oracle, and I brought 3 oracles with me. So this is a Doreen Virtue one. Always reminds me of Cher. And the last one that I brought is, oh, sorry, telefib. Food Fortunes, always a favourite. It's just like an all-rounder. I just freaking love it. I know I've showed that one so many times. And this in here, this is going to be probably a long one because I feel like I need to sort of talk a lot. I do have something that I got in the mail yesterday that I've only just picked up today, which is a new tarot deck to me. Just had more tea. But yeah, in this little container, little bag, pineapple bag, I have my crystal ones that I got from the Moon SisterHood and that I printed off, and I've also got, geez, I did bring quite a lot of oracles. Vix's New Age Hipster Oracle. I'm sure you've all seen this one, but it's just so compact and just so groovy that I just wanted to bust out again, that I haven't seen it in a while, and I just really want to play with it, you know. The last one that's in here, that squeezes in here and lives together, is my little deck that I made. One of the first decks that I made thanks to Space Between the Notes. And yeah, it was just on playing cards, and I made this little deck just for me, my hug deck. If you hadn't seen that that hashtag and the VR, go and check it out. I don't know, because I'm house sitting, I don't know if this that's the dog munching away on crumbs. I don't know if this video is going to go out on Thursday, so it might come out on Sunday by the time I get home. So, but anyway, more tarot related. We're going to keep on continuing on the tarot route. So yeah, the first portion of this video is going to be tarot related, and then we're going to be talking about books, and we're going to be talking about art, and we're going to be talking about people that we hang out with, and, you know, just different vibes that we surround ourselves with. So, and I'm going to be mentioning podcasts, and, oh gee, I think that might be about it. So if you want to hang around for that, that would be cool. Now, I was so annoyed that I missed the postman. I was at home yesterday, and I missed the postman by 2 hours, so I couldn't get it, and I had to wait till today. But anyway, that's okay. So we are going to open up this little bad boy. I got this from Two Sides Tarot, because I know she won't mind that showing her address. She's on Instagram, and this is my second deck that I've brought from her. So this is a pre-loved deck, and you can find all of her information on her account. No, there's no more. No more. You've had breakfast. Okay? Go and chill out, man. So we shall open this together. I might just move that out of the way so I don't knock it over. Okay. So we've got some space to play. I'm going to go, get down. Get down. Ooh, ooh, love it, I love it. And when I saw it there, it was just like immediate, like, yep, I'll have that, thank you very much. And I've got a nice little note. It says, Dear Tracy, thank you so much for your order. I really hope you love the Tarot of the Magical Forest. I'm so glad this gorgeously weird deck is going to a good home. Enjoy. Best, Marianne. Yay, and she does readings as well. And that is her page. Yeah, so I've been thoroughly happy with, I bought the Line Strider tarot off her, pre-loved. And yeah, jumped when I saw this one. I'm going, yes, yes, give that to me. So we're going to take a quick squiz at this gorgeousness. Ta-da! Isn't it adorable? I first saw this on KellyBear, KellyBear's channel, and I think she was talking about like how easy it is to read if you do modify it. I think that was one of her live streams. More tea. Yeah, so I think that was the case. And yeah, so this will definitely get the mod from me. A window onto a magical world. 78 cute, harmonious and bizarre images from divinatory instructions. Cool, cool. Low Scarabeo. Beautiful. Let's open it. So as you can see, there's slight damage on the box. I don't really care about that at all. So let's open up this baby. Oh, wow. So the card's in pretty good nick. There's the title card. Oh, that's an interesting backing. More decks from Low Scarabeo. Yeah. Tarot of the Secret Forest. Oh, okay. Righty-ho. Thank you very much. A little white book. Okay, so you can see these white borders. We've got different languages. This little dog. Oh my gosh. So we've got some more different languages down the bottom as well. So you can see that you could easily just get rid of all of that. Just trim it off and just go with the image. And I'm sure you've seen, I really like that backing. I'm really surprised. I'm sure you've seen this before, but you know what it's like when you've bought a deck and, oh my gosh. The High Priestess. Hang on a minute, guys. Okay, now we have the High Priestess, Empress. That is gorgeous. I just watched the video of Renee's at Meadowlark Mystic where she was talking about the unpregnant empresses. And yeah, I've got quite a few, but it's only the decks that I've got here. So this is obviously, it's a little bit hard to tell, but I think she's not pregnant. Emperor. I love that startled look. Oh my gosh. These are adorable. Oh my gosh. The Hierophant. What a cute little Hierophant in this little nook. Oh, give it a rest, man. The Lovers. I love that colour palette. And the Sheep Angel. You are crazy. Chariot. Wildebeest. Oh, I love this one. Oh, God. Okay, hopefully we can have some peace and quiet now. All right, so here we have the Strength card. That is adorable. The Lion and the Lamb. Oh, the Hermit, wow. Big old bear. The Wheel of Fortune. Mr. Crocodile. Or is he an alligator? Justice. Hanged man. Oh, I can't wait to trim these babies. Yeah, with the greens. I had actually bought some neon textures the other day. So I'm just wondering what kind of colouring I would do, possibly to go with this one. Maybe green and yellow. Maybe green and yellow, like a mixture of green and yellow together. Lovely decisions to make. Oops, sorry, death card. Oh dear. He's not looking too crash hot there, is he? But I just love the, the proportions. So these guys are really tiny, and they've got this massive skull and this huge flag, and out in the distance is the sun setting. Or is it sun rising? Oh, this is one of the little images that I fell in love with. I like the almost watercolory kind of soft image. Like, it's not a real defined image, but you've got this softness about it. Oh, wowza. That's a different look on the devil. Sort of interesting. There doesn't seem to be much definition between the two little beings that are chained down the bottom here. Such a different contrast, I like the size of it. So, yeah, it's a cool tower card. So in comparison to, let's go the, mind you, that's probably a small comparison too. Probably not a good idea for that one, but, and I know this is a lot taller, the Deviant. So yeah, I'm not too sure actually on the sizing, but anywho. Oh wow, that's a different perspective. So we've got the two sort of animals there on guard with the crustacean hanging out and the big friendly moon. The colours just, oh. Little marsupial. It's a kangaroo. Oh my gosh. How cool is that? A kangaroo for the sun with a little Joey in her pouch. Speaking of kangaroos, I saw a big one yesterday going into work, and it was probably, was it 6:30 in the morning? And yeah, you've got to really watch out for roos because they'll jump out at you, and then you're in a big mess. But thank goodness he wasn't fully grown, but I saw him, when you're sort of looking and then you sort of realize it in your peripheral that it's not like a tree or anything, and it just remained still for a moment, but it looked out of place where it was. So it was right on the fence line there, on the other side of the fence, so it wasn't on the roadside. So it was in the paddock, and I was going, oops, sort of judging whether to keep going or slow down or what the go was. But he decided just to stay there. I'm just going, oh my gosh, because he was a big boy. Okay, let's just carry on for a little bit more, and then we'll go, because we're already into 20 minutes. Oh dear. Judgment. I'll try and speed it up. The world. Oh, it's interesting colours. Oh gosh. Oh, I'm just loving that little frog hand. But even the textured part of this background, and then just how they do the distance, and goals, man, goals, art goals. Oh, I'm seriously going to enjoy getting to know this deck. And obviously after I've trimmed it, it's going to be a lot smaller, which will probably make it even more cute. All right, let's carry on. Let's move on from that. And yeah, so the next part, we'll just get rid of that, is talking about books. So it was really weird. Like, I picked up this book from the library last week and last Saturday, and I'm just going, what is it? What is it about this book? So first of all, it was the colour that sort of jumped out at me, and then it was these little clusters, and obviously it's some sort of viral thing that likes to attach itself to its host. So this is called Annihilation by VanderMeer. Then I was looking at it going, yeah, I don't know. And then it had this review by Stephen King, creepy and fascinating. And I go, yep, that'll do. So I am not quite halfway, but I tell you what, it was one of these books where it sucked me in straight away. And then I was giving this review of it, like what I had just read quite recently, you know, only probably, I don't think I even reached the second chapter. I was telling my son about it, and he was like, wow, that's so in depth. And I'm going, yeah, the writing is just so cool. And then I started reading a little bit more, and it's almost, to me, it seems like Lost. So there are these 4 women, and they are the 12th expedition group to go to Area X. So 11 expedition groups have gone before and have obviously not been successful. So these 4 women have gone, and it says, like, you know, saying who they are and what they're doing there. And so they are, so the people that are, the writer is presenting these people not by their names, but the role that they play. So one is a psychologist, one is an anthropologist, one is a surveyor, and the person that is talking with in the story, who's, you know, narrating the story, I guess, is, I can't remember what, but she says here, there are 4 of us. Oh, that's right, she's the biologist. So the one that's talking is the biologist. And it says, a biologist, an anthropologist, a surveyor, and a psychologist. I was the biologist. So she's the one that is the whole link throughout the whole story. And it says, you know, it's really, really sort of worthless to sort of say who we are, or what, you know, to gain any sort of connection with the people, is that you don't want to get lulled into thinking, you know, some sort of attachment because they might not be around for the whole time. And you're going, oh. So you already get this deep dread of like, okay, so they get thrown in, well, they don't get thrown, they volunteer to go to Area X to find information, what they can, from obviously why the last group left and what they can find. And so they are in this position where it's sort of like Lost. If you've seen the series Lost, it sort of very much reminds me of that. And they go down into this place where they deem it as or label it as a tunnel, or it could be a tower that's been buried. And the biologist is sort of calling it a tower because she doesn't like to think that she's going to be underground. But anyway, but it's really fascinating. I was actually sort of going, oh my gosh, you know, like loud exclamations going, oh my gosh, I'm freaking out. But it's such an intriguing book, and I just think it's so fascinating how you can just pick something up and just go, yeah, I'll read that. 9 times out of 10 it doesn't work, but this book is really, really good. And there's actually 2 more. So the second one is authority, and the third one is acceptance. So you can almost see how things are sort of integrated into the system, and now it's sort of at its full capacity. So yes, that is it. Intriguing stuff. The second one, hopefully you can see that, is this beautiful magazine. Another one that I went, yep, I'll have this, because I've been really drawn to mandalas, and the art therapy course that I've been doing on is all based on mandalas. And this book is from Belgium. I want to say Belgium, but beautiful. It's called Happiness. And just some gorgeous, gorgeous stories. There was this one about this guy, and I got it wet because I dropped it in the bath. The story of this guy who tells of his story. He is a horse trainer, and he wanted to look at different ways, alternative ways of connecting with his son who has autism. Beautiful story. Apparently there's a documentary on YouTube that you can watch called The Horse Boy. Yeah, and I mean, this is all about chakras. Look at that. Oh my gosh. It's a gorgeous magazine. This is kind of something that I like, this reframing of the bucket list and calling it a life list. Like, you know, like a bucket, you know, that's your last chance of getting things done before you kick the bucket. But I really like the way they reframed it to life list. So that's something that I've been reading as well. I've been really enjoying. And because it's almost to Inktober, and I've sort of been feeling a little bit apprehensive, a little bit anxious, because on Instagram, so this is I talked about it last week, you know, how I got my Inktober box, and there's been like a bit of a ramp up as to, you know, people that are joining in on Inktober, and some of these people are just phenomenal artists, and their line work, or however they're choosing, you know, basically to do with ink, how you represent ink in your work. These people are amazing. And I'm just thinking, and I'm feeling anxious because I'm going to put myself out there. I love doing art. I love doing it, and I bought myself another little, you know, just a cheap little thing to do. And I've just been practicing, and, you know, and that's when those neon things sort of came in, and I've just been playing with some things, and I'm just going, oh, I just feel like I was watching Scooby-Doo. I just sort of feel like I'm just not good enough. I'm not good enough to be in the same realm as these artists who are obviously have loads of experience, loads more skills than myself. And I sort of felt quite sick that I'm putting this pressure on myself. And the reason why I wanted to do it in the first place, to do the Inktober challenge, which starts on the 1st of October, is to push myself. And I guess that's the risk that you have to take, even though, why do we make these comparisons? Why do we think, I can't do that? Why do we put ourselves in this place of pressure? It can be a healthy thing, for sure, but is it helpful? Is it helpful to compare yourselves to somebody's piece of work that is in no way the same as yours? You have totally different experiences. You've started in a totally different time. So why do that to yourself? So you... so next week will be probably a lot of Inktober stuff, because I'll probably be about 4 days in. I think it starts on Monday. But I tell you what, hopefully by the time I've started and in the groove, you know, things will have, you know, the nerves would have sorted itself out and it'll be all good. But I just want to sort of say that even if you are feeling a bit hesitant, a little bit anxious, a little bit nervous, it's okay. I think it's okay to do that, because the only one that knows that's how you feel is you. As long as it's not putting you off, as long as you're not saying, gee, I'm not going to do that, mate. That's just not right. That is just like, why would I put myself in that position in the first place? But I'm just saying, I'm making myself accountable, and, you know, I enjoy it. I enjoy this space that I create. It is not a competition. The word challenge is in there, and that's what it is. It's your own personal challenge. And I thoroughly enjoyed it last year. It was such a cool thing to be a part of. So I need to remember that. I need to remember and appreciate where I am. You know, this is where I am now. And I look to last year where I was. I actually got rid of all of the Inktobers because I just thought it wasn't good enough, apart from one that I still have in my office space, which I absolutely love. And maybe next week, if I remember, I will show you that one. So I think it's really good to show the improvement and this, you know, the time it takes to get from A to B. I think I might leave it there. I was going to show you some more, but I'm already up to 31 minutes. And so yeah, hopefully I will have this up on Sunday. And I just want to say thank you for hanging out. I'm just going to have some more tea. I'm going to play around with the little Who's Medusa deck, the Tarot of the Magical Forest. And while I've just got you here, we're just going to do a quick little shuffle. We're just going to do a quick little shuffle and just say, hey, even though I'm feeling a little bit nervous, and even though you're a super new deck, let's just align ourselves with this question and see what comes out. She is a cute little deck. Cute little deck. And I was watching Nina's channel and she was talking about the Joie de Vivre, one of the Paulina Cassidy decks, and she says even though, you know, it might look cute, it's still, we're going to go with this one, it's still, you know, you still receive a really cool message. Look at this look. The Knight of Cups. So it's all good, baby. We're on the road. We're on the road to putting ourselves out there, putting our hearts out there. You know, I love doing my art. I'm so grateful to have found that capacity of space where I can just express myself, you know, freely, and really just diving into a space where, you know, you might not know where you're going, and I think they're coming to an edge. Hopefully there's a little bit more road to go. But, you know, he's sort of left his comfort zone and he's off on his journey and he's offering. I think that's a good way to be with his trusty companion. Okay. Lovely people, I will see you next time. Thank you for being here. Hopefully we'll get this out on Sunday. And sorry for the lateness, but it will be back to normal location and normal uploads next Thursday.